Not into long podcasts? Don't worry, we've got bite-sized clips just for you. This is CWN Clips. Please don't forget to subscribe.
I want to pick up this question. Reason is there is a general myth about, especially about veganism. The first time when we became vegan, the first question the family, the close family asked, "Hey, they envisioned something." A person who's like so going into so much of a depression and not eating because no food available. The kind of thoughts people have in general in terms of because they, hey, what you would eat, right? But I think we have lived out of that for so long now. And general population also has similar, right? But especially with pets, the general, everybody thinks the animals or the pets, dogs and cats should eat meat. So that's been a preconceived notion, or probably if I have had dogs when I was growing up, I've been a vegetarian, by birth. So the dogs we grew never had meat. So we so for me that understanding of no dogs you need to feed meat, it's very different. Probably surprised from a lot of people saying you should not, you are actually depriving their rights and not feeding them meat. So I want to start there because you've done a lot of research, and I want to also talk about your book, especially you've written on this topic. So how did you arrive at making this major focus area of your research in public education, right? And then how do you convince, what was your myth busters or message to the common public about the pets should eat meat?
Sure. So how did I arrive at this? Well, I'd been interested in this for many years, but as a veterinarian and then a university professor, I didn't really have any time to explore this in detail. Nowadays at universities, academics spend all of their time marking and fixing problems that shouldn't exist and dealing with bureaucracy and administration. So there's very little time to do any research. Unless you manage to get a grant to be able to hire assistants so that you start to have some time. Or
you're somebody who wants to do research with you, yeah.
This didn't happen for me until 2020, and I finally got a grant, and then I could actually spend some time starting to research vegan diets in pets in a lot of detail. And we did different studies, looked at health outcomes, looked at behaviour at feeding time to establish whether the animals were enjoying vegan ones as much as the meat-based ones, as far as you can tell from their behaviour. Looked at environmental impacts and so on, and ended up publishing a whole body of research, which is really exciting. It's helped advance this field. But in terms of the mythbuster, the obvious one I would say, and you were asking about this, is that you just need to remind people that dogs and cats and any other species don't need any particular ingredient. What they need is nutrients, and nutrients and ingredients are not the same thing. And we all have requirements for a certain set of nutrients in the diet, and it doesn't matter how you get those. It's possible to design diets using plant-based mineral and supplements to supply all the necessary nutrients, and there's no biological need for meat. So you just need to remind people of that, and then suddenly everybody gets it again and goes, oh yeah, of course. What's happened in the last few years, there's been an explosion of new vegan pet foods. I've got some here actually. There's 4 companies in the United Kingdom that have been set up by veterinarians who are producing vegan pet foods. These are by Omni. That's the biggest company in the UK. They exist, and they work with veterinary nutritional specialists and other nutritionists to make sure that all the necessary nutrients are included. We also have cultivated meat-based pet foods. This was launched in the United Kingdom in February of this year, 2025.
Nice.
And this is cultivated chicken put into dog treats. This is an example of a cultivated ocean whitefish being developed for cat treats, and another one has just been received regulatory approval in Singapore, which is exciting. That's cultivated chicken for use in pet food. We've also got microbial protein. So this is where harmless microorganisms are grown in giant metal cylinders with small amount of water, almost no land, organic waste products such as cane sugar offcuts. This is grown in a cane sugar growing region of China to produce protein directly. Here's some of it here. So you get this direct protein which can be put into pet food. So this was released in March of this year. This is a world first. It's produced in Germany, but they ship elsewhere. It's available inside the United Kingdom as well. So we now have all these wonderful products. Most of them have only been developed in the last few years, and they're all developed to be nutritionally sound. Nutritionists work with the companies to make sure that all the necessary nutrients are included in them. So there's no biological need for meat. There is a biological need for specific nutrients, and these diets have them.
Excellent. I would put those products list in the description if people really looking for an option to actually try out for their pets and then see if they're performing better or right.
Yeah.
So yes, I would take that. Yes.
Yes, I mean I have a website, sustainablepetfood.info.
Yes, that's right.
I have a suppliers list which is not up to date or complete, but it's an example of where people can find some of these products. And I should say that I make no money at all from providing that. It's just a free informational service to people that are interested in this area. True.
A very, very kind of you, Andrew, for doing that. Right. I think it's not a lot of times people want to change, but the options are limited, or probably they are not aware of where to go to get such products or food for the pets. Especially right now, I think I've seen that in the last 5 years there has been a tremendous amount of availability or growth in terms of the pet foods market, which is more producing sustainable vegan pet foods, right? But prior to that, I've not really seen much of active products, right? But again, maybe it could have been there, but probably not many people were aware. So which is important role of people like us to actually start giving that message to the consumers that hey, there are options available to be more kind. So
yep.
Why don't you just choose that?
Most of these are available on the internet. You can't usually go into your local corner shop and buy vegan pet food, but they're not difficult to get, particularly in countries like the US, United Kingdom, many other regions in the world, but people usually do need to order them online.
Okay, got it.
This is just a glimpse of one of the many conversations we've had on this channel. If you found this thought-provoking, please don't forget to subscribe and explore more insights from unfiltered voices and the real-world experts. And please don't forget to like and share this video to as many people as possible. It keeps us going. See you in the next one.